What up, everybody? It's your boy Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 598. So, 2 years have passed. The chapter opens up. You got Rayleigh just abandoning Luffy, but that ain't even the crazy thing. The crazy thing is Luffy has this huge X across his chest. So I'm like, what the hell kind of training did they do? Did Luffy try and steal some food from a savage panda bear or something? Like, what the hell happened? Did he run into Panda Bear? Did he run into Toribot? What happened to Luffy, right? So I thought that was pretty cool just to see that right there. And then Luffy says, like, yeah, I can't even eat these guys anymore. They look really tasty. Thank you for bringing me the food, not Nico Robin, Boa Hancock. And all the Amazon Lily, they're looking around and like, Luffy runs the island now. And I'm like, in 2 years, this dude basically started a fucking zoo and has all these animals doing tricks and everything like it's a circus. Like, that's crazy. The fact that Luffy came in here and took them down and basically housebroke them. I thought that was pretty cool. The fact that maybe in a year and a half, because he did say that he learned all the basics from Rayleigh in a year and a half, which in itself is pretty damn impressive. I thought that was pretty cool. The fact that Luffy grasped everything at that point and Rayleigh left him. And that's actually the best type of training for Luffy is you show him the basics and then you let him try and apply the stuff to his own abilities in his own way. Yes, you could say he pulled Gear 2 and Gear 3 out of his ass. I mean, he sat on a train and all of a sudden it was like, yeah, Gear 2, Gear 3. But you just take it and run with it. Because, I mean, there was a time period, some off-screen shit. And it's the same thing here. So I'm really wondering what did he kind of apply with his hockey. Because Gear 2 was already pretty impressive. So let's say he adds into Gear 2 his combat of arms hockey or his Supreme King hockey. That would be pretty interesting. The fact that he could kind of stack that onto that. That make Luffy a problem, man. And the fact that Navy headquarters has moved to the other side of the Grand Line, now they're in the Four Emperors territory, it's pretty telling. But also, it's a pretty smart move from the new guy who's the new fleet admiral, which is smart because Luffy went to Marineford, which is supposed to be just unpenetrable, right? Like, it's supposed to be like that one place, rock of stability, right? Not only did Luffy go there and jump into Whitebeard's war, the Paramount War, but Luffy caused so much chaos that everyone in the world knows about it. Then you have Blackbeard, who took over Whitebeard's Devil Fruit. Whitebeard split half the island in half. Like, they cracked everything. But Luffy going up to that ox bell and ringing it 16 times, just the complete, utter disrespect. The Navy did the smart thing. It's an optics thing. Like, okay, he went to that place, that sacred place for us. We're gonna start over. And so I like that. I thought that was pretty cool. And if I'm not mistaken, Smoker asked to go to G5. So the Navy's going to be on G1. So right away, this is going to be a good test for the Straw Hats, where if they end up having to go there or go in that vicinity, they're going to run into some people from the Navy, and we can see about how strong they got. So with that out of the way, you know I got some character designs I want to talk about, man. So I'm actually a little conflicted right now because, you know, Nico Robin's design is pretty hot, man. I'm not even gonna lie, that's pretty hot. Like, I like the glasses. You know, I don't really care for the, you know, the upgrades, but I like the glasses. I like the outfit. That's pretty cool, man. That's some type of stuff I expect Kubo to be drawn on his covers or whatnot. Because when Kubo did Bleach, you know, he had like a lot of fashion stuff and everything. So I like that. But, you know, I'm a little conflicted because, you know, Robin went from bottom of the barrel, like last call, last drink at the bar. Like, if you had a few shots, you pop off Robin. Like, Robin jumped up. I might have to rethink that one, you know, because, you know, Nami was up here. You know, Nico Robin's down here now. Nico Robin's about right here. You know, I still gotta give the edge. You know, Nami's design is better, man. Like, it's pretty cool, but at the same time, it's like, Oda. Like, what the fuck, man? So Usopp says you've grown in more ways than one, and it's just like, I'm seeing what everybody's saying. Oda's a fucking pervert. Like, I'm seeing that because both of them got upgrades in that area. So I see what people are saying, because when you first got introduced to, especially Nami, when you first got introduced to her, she didn't have all that. Now it's just like she's out. But I mean, like, I like the longer hair. The longer hair is pretty cool, man. Like, Personally, I prefer, shorter hair, but longer hair is pretty cool. I like that. It's a different take on the design. Shows some times going through. Sanji's definitely gonna like the whole outfit that she's got going. I thought that was pretty cool. But my dude Usopp, I got to give like best post time skip design to Usopp, man. And the whole reason, because I'm taking in the changes that Usopp made to his body. Cause last time we saw this dude looked like he weighed like 600 pounds. Was on my 600-pound life. Looked like he had 2 cinnamon rolls too many. Like Usopp, he's like, they called him skinny, but I don't think that's a fair thing. Because when Usopp was kind of standing forward, you know, Oda drew him with some muscles, man. Like he's got a slender frame, but I say it's bordering on being a little athletic. I thought that was pretty cool. You can tell that he's definitely bulked up. So I like that because Usopp, before he got super fat, Usopp was like rail thin. Like Usopp looked like soaking wet. He might have been like 102 pounds. You look at him now, and I think that puts him as an ectomorph. That's the people who have the body type where they're super skinny, really high metabolism, and it's really hard for them to gain weight. They can gain muscle, but they don't put on size because of their metabolism. And that's a good example of that would be like if you look at basketball, you got Brandon Ingram for the Lakers, or you got Kevin Durant for the Golden State Warriors. Both of them, when you look at their weights, you're saying there's no way in hell they weigh that much, but it's because of their metabolism and their body build. So I thought that was pretty cool that Oda kind of put that in there. But the other thing about Usopp is he's on that island with these man-eating plants and everything, and he's upgraded his weapons. That was so cool. That was so cool that he's taken everything from that island, which lets me know Usopp's got some crazy exploding stars now. Crazy shit. So I can't wait to see Usopp in a battle type situation. And here's the other thing. I might be reading too much in this because this hockey shit is new to me, right? But when Sanji shows up, he's like locked on. He's like, it's a woman. And just peep with me for a second. I think some of you guys know where I'm going with this. But I think that's Oda saying Sanji has the observation hockey, because observation hockey lets you pick out how many people are in the vicinity and where they are, etc., 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 right? Movements and all that. Sanji pops off, and it might have been like the pervert thing or whatnot, because Sanji's just getting nosebleeds and everything. Now I'm starting to debunk myself, because if he would have had the observation hockey, then he would have known that Nami and everybody were already on the island. He would have already known it, right? Because Sanji's the type, like, he can smell Nami's panties from like 7,000 miles away. Like, it's like the dude's hooked on Nami for good reason, but he's hooked on her. So I thought that was maybe Oda saying that Sanji had observation hockey, because he's got like the little bullseye and everything on the chicks. Guess that isn't the case, but I thought that was pretty comical. And the fact that he spent on an island for 2 years, an island filled with drag queens, right? Like, they looking like some dudes I used to change axle tires with, change motor oil with. Like, they look like dudes, like, just manly. Like, this is insane. That's the one place you wouldn't expect Sanji to be. So I thought that was pretty cool that Oda just kind of, played with that. And you got like the drag queens behind them, and one of them's got like the full man beard going on, got like the huge LeBron James type jaw, and she's like, or he's like, yeah, boys always act like they're not interested in the girls that they really like. So I thought that was pretty funny, the fact that Oda's playing with that as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. The other thing is you got this imposter crew pretending to be the Straw Hats, and they're recruiting different people, and they're recruiting some of the new rookies, and it just shows you Luffy didn't kick a lot of ass down there at Marineford, but he made a name out of himself. Enough so that you got these people who are pretending to be him, and you got this super heavyweight dude who, for a second, I thought he might have been Blackbeard because of how big he was. But then I took a closer look. I'm like, oh shit, that's definitely not Blackbeard. I just saw the huge frame. I didn't see the face at first. So that's on me for not catching that at first. But he's pretending to be Luffy. He's telling everybody, hey, I want free food. I'm Dragon's son, the son of the revolutionary. I'm Monkey D. Luffy. Get your ass in gear. Yo, you come join my crew or die. You got this dude walking around the island shooting people because he's looking for Usopp and Nami. And I like how when we first get introduced to him, the dude's just sitting there popping all this shit. And you got Nami just low key sitting in a corner somewhere drinking, ignoring the fuck out of him. And so when the dude basically tries to hit on her, Nami. So that been Nico Robin. Nico Robin would have went over there because she ain't got no fucking standing. See, Nami, she's just drinking. She's like, look, I'm waiting on a man. I don't have time for you. Leave me alone. And it's like she just shut him down. She put his ass on ice. And the more he kept kind of going, she said, Straw, what? Like just poking his buttons, being a total bitch. A total bitch. Sexy though. Total bitch. And what I thought was pretty cool about that is the fact that she's looking at him like, this definitely is not Straw Hat Luffy. And I think the one thing that probably irked her is when the woman who was supposed to be her, who looks completely busted, says, yeah, I'm Cat Burglar Nami. That's when she said, okay, Usopp, you're here. That's pretty cool what you got. I got some upgrades to my weapons, but I need you to do something about them. She didn't say I need you to do something, but Usopp can make the upgrades. He's a weapon specialist, so I like how when she walks out, the guy's like, hey, you're forgetting to pay your tab. Nami's like, yeah, I'm about to pay my tab, alright. She walks out that damn bar. You see these black clouds coming around, and it's like all of a sudden everything just goes kaboom. And it's just like, oh shit. She made some huge upgrades to that staff, man. She did well in them 2 years. And that's fucked up, man. She basically drank them out the bar and walked the fuck out, man. That was pretty cool. But I like that part, man. You're seeing these two with their dynamic, and Oda's having it where he's poking fun at, Nami and Usopp and Chopper. He says, hey, I can't be part of the weakling trio anymore. And what got me with that is Usopp tells so many lies. Like, so many lies. I'm thinking, is he saying that he got stronger, or is he really just as weak as he was before, and it's just typical Usopp popping bullshit? But at the same time, it's like he has that new exploding star, so you're like, maybe there's some truth in this. So I can't wait to see what Usopp's going to do, but definitely you can tell that Nami's grown and improved. And you got Nico Robin. I like how Oda put in that misdirection, because you got the human traffickers saying, hey, I found Nico Robin. And in the same panel, you got Nico Robin with the glasses on. She takes them off, and it looks like she's kind of hiding or something. So I thought that was, I was like, wait a second, what the hell's going on? And I was like, is Oda going to try and revisit the last arc, but, have like Robin or somebody kind of one-shot him? Because when you got Cammy from the first time they got to this archipelago, you had like the Celestials. So I thought maybe this is what was going on, but given the fact that this whole archipelago now is just completely lawless, it's basically Wild Wild West on steroids. It was already kind of crazy before, but in 2 years now the Navy's on the other side, it's just taking things to a whole nother level. And so what I thought was pretty interesting is the fact that as they're kind of moving through, we get to a point where Sanji meets up with Shaggy and Rayleigh, and explaining to him he was training Luffy, and explains the order that all the Straw Hats got there. And that's when we find out that Duval had been protecting the ship day in and day out, and his injuries are so severe that he was going to need a whole year to recover. And I thought that was like, that's dedication. And he should be dedicated to Sanji, because Sanji literally kicked the ugly out of this dude. Like, that's one of those, like, when I go back and I do like the retrospectives and everything, that's probably gonna be like in my top 5 moments right there, because the dude had a busted face. Sanji kicks this dude, re-alters his bone structure. Now he's walking around calling himself handsome and has like the self-esteem and everything completely on like 10 right now. So I thought that was pretty interesting that Duval is showing his gratitude. And as soon as Sanji finds out Nami's on there, Sanji's just like, oh, Nami's here. Nami, baby, where are you? I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Because it's showing 2 years have passed. Sanji's been on an island filled with these drag queens. Sanji's looking to get his rocks off. Like, that's all it is. But, Nami's not going to give him any play. It's like the eternal chasing that's going on between these two. Or I guess I could say the eternal chasing going on with Sanji, because Nami hasn't shown any interest in the dude. So I mean, that's pretty cool. And just speaking of chasing, I can't wait to actually see Sanji and Boa Hancock meet up, because it's kind of reminding me, and I know this is gonna piss somebody off. I don't give a fuck. You guys already know. Like, I like what I like. It's reminding me of like the whole Juvia and Leon thing, because like Leon's obsessed with Juvia, Juvia's obsessed with Gray. I could see Sanji seeing Boa Hancock, and she's supposed to be the most beautiful woman in the world. All this other bullshit, right? Like, we know that's bullshit, because the most beautiful woman in the world is on the Straw Hats crew, and she's a cat burglar and a navigator. The most homely one has like 1,000 hands, but I can't wait to see those two kind of get together, because like Boa Hancock's making all these passes at Luffy, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll make such a great wife. Look, I prepared the ship with all your favorite foods." And Luffy says, "Thanks for the food. I ain't marrying you, bitch." Like, and she's like, "Oh, he's so blunt and so direct." And he's like, "No, he just told you I'm not really into you. Leave me the fuck alone." That is so savage what Luffy did there. That is so savage. It's like he took the 2 years, said thanks for, keeping me protected and away from the Navy and all that, but I got shit to do. You're in my way. I'm leaving you. And I mean, it's what, it's one of the things that, I've always said, like, as a guy, like, whether or not you're going to be serious with somebody and everything. You know whether or not that's somebody that you're just trying to get your rocks off with, or whether or not that's somebody you're killing time with, or whether or not you're going to be serious. Like, like, hell, I know after going on a couple dates with you whether or not where this shit's going. So I mean, Luffy's like, I've been around this bitch for 2 years. She's cool. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Like, and it's totally in character for Luffy, because Luffy says exactly what's on his mind. So I like that aspect of it there, and I like how Oda is, after a long ass time of foreshadowing Fishman Island, now we're there. Now we're there. Because one of the things, I think it was in the last chapter, Luffy speaks to Jinbei. Jinbei says, "Hey, I was dishonored. I didn't have a reason for living. I was looking for a battlefield to die on. Man, let me know when you bring your ass to Fishman Island. Let's meet up there in a couple of years." So I like that aspect of it there, because now we're finally getting there. After all this misdirection, we're finally getting to Fishman Island. So that's pretty cool. So I can't wait to see the improvements that Rayleigh and Frankie made to the Thousand Sunny. That's going to be pretty cool. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about, and this is serious too. There are no jokes, no trolling, none of this other shit, no vulgarities. But Oda left a message, right? And fuck it, I'll read it. He left a message at the beginning of this chapter, and it's pretty telling, just the fact that Oda had to go through as much as he did. He talks about how his editor was going to give him 4 weeks off. He asked for 3 weeks, and his editor says, "Well, as long as you do some extra color pages, you can take as much time as you need." And this is my thing, right? When you look at these mangaka, right, I don't think people realize how tedious and how strenuous that job is, because you're consistently on a deadline, week in and week out. You have to get these chapters in, and at the same time, you have to provide like a outline for your editor to look over, so he can approve the next few chapters and designs and all this other stuff. And then any side projects, particularly with Jump's hell about this. Any side projects, so if there's a movie, you gotta do approval. Somebody like Oda is gonna do the same thing. Somebody like Togashi Kishimoto want to get hands-on involved in it. Any type of spin-off One Piece stuff, like One Piece data books, whatever. Oda's been working on that shit as well. Novels, all this shit. Like, Oda's giving feedback in some capacity to all this other stuff. And so he's having multiple projects, and if I remember correctly in one of the SB corners, he does allow his assistants to do work, but he handles the bulk of the activity. And the thing about One Piece, if I'm not mistaken, like 96, 97, so he's taking a break. 2011, over, what, 14 years? Nah, that ain't right. Like, Oda, 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, yeah, the 14 years. Over 14 years of being weekly and having to run all this extra shit, do all these extra things for these movies. That's a long time. You know, like, if I'm not mistaken, like in Jump, like, if you make it past 10 volumes being serialized, that's a pretty fucking big deal. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think Rurouni Kenshin was 20 volumes, man. Like, it's been a while since I read the manga, so I can't really tell you that. But, like, for Oda to be at, what, volume 61? That's a really big deal. Like, Naruto was 72 volumes. And it's like One Piece is still ongoing now. So, to do what you're doing, you definitely need your break. I remember when Naruto ended in 2014, you know, Oda was one of the first people to reach out to Kishimoto and say, like, hey, enjoy the break. I'm glad you're free. Enjoy the break. And it's just telling, okay? So, all I like here is Oda leaves out a little section, right? I'm guessing this probably ran in Shonen Jump when chapter 597 came out, but he says, as you all know, One Piece is serialized in a weekly magazine called Jump. I've continued this series for 14 years, and now there's been a major development. Yeah. So this is my opportunity to ask my editor-in-chief. I want to take a break. I want to play. I mean, I want to take some time to think about the new story arc. Editor-in-chief, can I have 3 weeks off? After asking that, he said, all right, if you do extra color pages on the next week, you come back. I'll give you a month, okay? I responded with, really, that's so generous of you. So, under the condition that I work, I got a full month off. My readers in Jump had to wait 1 month because of this break. I can't really express the gratitude to you. I'm so sorry, I really am. I thank you for your letters. Please take care of yourself and enjoy your break. You're too kind. Did you really have a fight with the editing department? No. Are you sick? Of course not. Side note, probably because Togashi comes in, does like 8 chapters, and takes time off because the dude has all these health problems. I can understand this shit. It seems I caused a lot of people to worry, but I'm fine. I was actually having fun in Hawaii. Totally jealous. I have not been there yet. Well, anyway, I heard many rumors, but I want to thank you all for your concern. I was enjoying my vacation. You got that. I do what I love for my job, so I never mind being really busy, but I know how much it hurts my family. I'm just glad I was able to spend some time with my family. I have so many people to thank for this. Setting aside my private reasons, the One Piece story was able to reach a landmark, but the author hasn't changed, and neither will the manga. There are still lots of islands I want to draw. I want to see how Luffy and his crew will continue to grow and mature, meet new people, and continue their adventures. I hope you will enjoy the new arc, the new world. 2011 Oda. And on the next section, you know, you get the Straw Hats going through their various stages throughout the 2-year time period that, you know, the time skip takes place. And I like this one design where you get Nami at the very end. And you guys should be able to see that. Like right there on the end next to the 3D 2Y. Where it's got like the skirt and the top and everything. That's pretty cool. I like that one right there. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't have mind if that would have been what we got for the time skip. And I want to know what the hell's going on with Zoro, because Zoro has this cut going across his eye here, and it snakes here. And I'm guessing that was a rough design at first, but now he has this cut across his eye. It's going straight down. So I'm guessing during this training with Mihawk probably cut his eye, chopped that shit up or something. So really interested to know what the hell happened to Zoro's eye. Everyone else's design, don't really care for it. Now somebody's going to say, well, what happened to Chopper? You didn't talk about Chopper in chapter review. Didn't really care what happened with Chopper. It's like, okay, Chopper, naive, they're going to take him, run away with him. So what I want to end this chapter review with is going back to what Oda said. He said, I was enjoying my vacation. I love what I do for my job, so I never mind being really busy, but I know how much it hurts my family. I'm just glad I was able to spend some time with my family. I have so many people to thank for this. That is a total fucking understatement, because here's the thing, right? When you're constantly on that deadline like Oda, doing things on a weekly basis, putting in as much work as he is, being as hands-on, not really allowing other people to help him, editors and etc., it undoubtedly takes away time from his family. Because, I mean, like, I remember, I think I read that Kishimoto was spending about 60 hours through the week drawing shit for Naruto. When Akira Toriyama was doing Dragon Ball, you know, Akira Toriyama would bullshit, like, would take, like, the whole week, go watch Terminator and all these other movies, and then he'd be like, oh shit, I have a chapter due in 3 days, and would just stay up 3 days straight drawing the fucking chapters. And it's like, every person has a method to the madness, but one thing that's in common is when you're doing a line of work like that, you miss moments with your family. Like, Oda probably started One Piece in 97, 98. Kids were probably real small or something. And then he looked up and said, holy shit, you're a fucking teenager. Time goes by really quickly. And that's what I was saying in the last chapter review. You gotta appreciate the small moments and the small things in life, because you don't get time back. And so I like how he was like, hey, I really love what I do. I really love the work I'm putting in, but I need a break. I need it for my family's sake, because one of the worst things, I wouldn't say one of the worst things, but one of the hardest relationships you can have is being in one with somebody who's a workaholic that is so dedicated to what they're doing. It takes a special type of person to be with that person, because they understand there's going to be times where what this person's doing is probably going to come before you. It's fucked up. You know, you want to be able to say, hey, you put your loved ones first, but you know, that isn't always the case. It's why, like with NFL players and everything, 9 months out the year, they're either playing or they're training, and then during the 3 months when you got the off season, guess what? They're still fucking training. They're, you know, home with the kids a little bit and with the wife and etc. But for the most part, they're always gone. They're always gone. It takes a special type of person to say, I know that he loves what he does. I know that she loves what she does. It's paying the bills. It's bringing them enjoyment. It's filling a void that I can't fill right now. But I love them enough to allow them to do what they want, even if it causes me some discomfort. But at the same time, when you're in a position like Oda, where you got enough weight, you can say, hey, I need some time off. Because it's maintenance. It's maintenance. You know, during that time period, you know, he got to spend some time with his family and everything. Probably worked on his relationship with his family. Probably worked on it. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool, man. I thought that, you know, him just kind of putting it in there, I tip my hat to him. That's a real human thing to do. So my chapter question to you guys is, if you have been a long-time reader of One Piece, and when that chapter came out and said One Piece is going on break, what were your thoughts? Like, give me your honest thoughts when you found out that Oda was taking a break. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Have an awesome day.